Get it. We like to go 7 sharp. Peace. Let's go. Live on YouTube. Let's get it. Live on YouTube. About to cut up. And Instagram. Let's get it. Yeah. What up? You know what it is. We out here. The eve before this so-called eclipse. They trying to run the flim flam, try and get your energy to buy into these things. You see what I'm saying? What's going on? Peace. Shells, what up? What's good? Shan, what up? What up? What up? Peace. You already know what we gonna do. You already know why I be coming up here. I don't come up here for no reason. We banned on a whole lot of platforms right now. They don't like that. They don't like what I be doing. We on YouTube, get ready to drop these receipts, man. It can't stop me though. We're gonna get into some of this everything because I think it's only right that symbolically us moving into our own new age, we ain't worried about them. They are going kicking and screaming and want somebody to pay attention to them so bad that they're coming out with everything now. They just saying it now. They ain't getting no attention. And that's what they live from. They live from that. Gotta know that. But before I get started, I want to pay divine honors to the universe, divine honors to the sun, divine honors to our ancestors, and divine honors to our beautiful planet and our ancestral lands, which is the Western Hemisphere. You see, I want to make sure I ain't shaking this table around because I be getting a little hype and I get hands. You know what I mean? Like my hands is right. Feel me? So I know what to do out here. Look, so I think it's only fitting that we go over literally all of the different things. I mean, not through the John, but scientifically break that whole thing down. I'm gonna explain to y'all tomorrow whatever is gonna happen on this crazy eclipse thing that they talking about. That's them doing that. That ain't got nothing to do with nobody's eclipse or none of that. Peace to the gods and the goddesses. Peace to the Atlantean people. Let's get on started, man. We ain't gonna play with these people. We're not gonna stop nothing. We're not going to stop nothing. And this book is about to drop too. I worked on that for 3 hours today. Shout out to Denitria Books. Shout out to Heart. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I worked on 3 hours today, 3 hours yesterday, 5 hours the day before. We going in. Then I dropped some bonus knowledge in there. So man, you know what I'm saying? And this ain't AI. See, AI, that take the essence out of the situation. Like you can't take my essence out because, and my book ain't like all these other stupid books that be trying to that literally have one paragraph to say one little thing. You ain't barely said nothing in a whole paragraph of all these different words. And you just stretching this book out forever. Tell me what you're trying to say, and that's why, like you, how I am. You know how I am. That's how this book got, and we just laid down the foundation in that book because I got infinite amount of books in me. Right after that book, though, we'll be dropping 2 children's books because I want them to be able to have understanding of where they are early in the process. Then we can build the gods and the goddesses, and they can really understand what the chakra systems are through the colors and things like that. And show how those colors are lined up with the rainbow. You know what I mean? And those things are very pertinent to our children's growth and development. Like these are the things our children need to learn. You see what I'm saying? And this is the way we can make them learn it. And for all of the people who don't know, we need our own new everything. I'm talking about comic books. I'm talking about everything. We are no longer considering none of these other things anymore. We know that you're just telling stories about us, but I know the real stories is what's crazy. I know them in the minute details. that make the story literally be what come to life. I know what the real details are, and I know the correlations to say that yes, that detail is true. You see? Because I know the little details about the planet. Me and the planet, that's why I am the Earth Speaks, because I speak for the planet. I don't got to speak for you. Some people say, oh, Earth Speaks, you don't speak for everybody. All right. Okay. Okay. I didn't come to even do that. I came to speak for the planet and put this out here. Now, you can accept it or you don't have to, because the truth don't need to be accepted. It needs to be laid down in an unequivocal way. Whether you accept it or not is up to you. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna lead you to the war. I'm gonna lead you to the water, though. I ain't going. Whether you want to do whatever you do after that, you want to, make some lemonade. You go ahead. I don't know how the saying goes, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I know I'm about shaking the whole house. But anyway, so this eclipse, all of this stuff, right? No, I don't know what's going on, but hey man, let them do whatever. For me, I'm keeping my boys out the schools for tomorrow. I don't want no red emergencies or none of that shit. You lock my son down in there, because then it's gonna be a real problem, man. So I'm gonna go ahead, play it on out, because you got National Guard everywhere, man. In every city, man. I'm not. That this tells me that whatever you're doing is planned. You're planning that stuff. Planning that stuff, my man. You know what I'm saying? Got that stuff everywhere. So we us we already handled our business. We already spoke to the cosmos on what we want, and our intentions were clear. And we had our shoes off, connected straight to the cosmos through our feet and our hands, right to from the sun to the cosmos, and it changed. And that's it. That's it. There ain't no more. They trying to do all these things, and it ain't none of that work, and none of it worked. It didn't happen. They don't even really realize why, because they so full of themselves. But good, because now it's too late. Now your time is your tribulation time. You see, now you're after tomorrow. You are in tribulation time. That's what they don't. People don't realize that they got like 7 years to really exist on the planet after that. After tomorrow, it ain't a full destruction event. Everybody wants to make it into one, but and because everybody's tired, want it to happen by now. Everybody's sick and tired and wants the damn thing just to happen now. Just just do it if you're gonna do it. See, but they walk on the eggshells around over here because they know that the gods, you don't want to wake up the dragon. Shh. Better be the fuck quiet. That's what's going on. You know you're gonna wake the dragon, but they think that they can handle it. I think they can just handle it this time. This time we ready, they saying. This time we got it. We gonna take on the head of the serpent. Really? That means you're taking on the earth itself. You know that. You you they know that. They just you're gonna go crying, kicking and screaming. Give a good goddamn how you go. But you gotta go. And it's simple. And look, all the people that kept on acting like all of this stuff is a fallacy, and why they be doing this, because they been knew what this was. They know who you are. You keep thinking that they don't know who you are. Yeah, we on you. Yeah, I'm on YouTube right now. Yeah, taking on the YouTube. We YouTube, y'all. Shout out to the YouTube crowd. Shout out to my people that coming from Instagram. Shout out to my people coming from TikTok. Shout out to everybody, man. Y'all the ones that deserve to have it right now. Y'all the ones here. You the one gonna have it. But we're gonna get into, of course, dropping some receipts. Some of the receipts that I showed you yesterday. And what's good about this platform was I was able to turn that picture for y'all. For the people who couldn't see the face, I'm gonna jump into that because I want to go. I want you to see something about a couple different things, man. I want to show you some things, man, about our own history, and I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna show you through the things that they left out there and try to hide it with their own words. But I'm gonna show you how. Boom, 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 boom. We're gonna put it back where it's supposed to go. Bam, bam. That goes there. That goes there. I am I'm putting the puzzle. The puzzle's already there. If I get any little piece, that's why I tell y'all keep donating stuff like that, because when I go around the planet and I get any little piece, any little piece, it's a big thing because there's so much wealth of knowledge in me. It connects that pop, and that thing be a whole world of something else. And it connects the continents. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to actually see the different things and where, like right now, where I am at, right? Which I pay divine honors to the universe for putting me there, man, because I am humbled by that experience and them doing that for me and doing that, because it ain't me. It's just the information from the cosmos, and I'm tapped into it. I've been learning how to do it. So, just without further ado, we ain't getting into all that. Matter of fact, I want to get into it. Actually, we're just gonna jump. We're gonna jump right in. We're gonna get into this jump. Put an earth in the chat if you're new here. What's going on if you new? Peace, 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 peace. X Man, what up? Peace. I appreciate you. We on YouTube, X Man. I don't know if you over here. Over here, brother. Y'all come over here. They've been giving me the divine joy from the cosmos. You see, we need more, because the thing is people think that you're going to get some superpowers back. Yeah, but see, the thing is, but that don't just work like, oh, I'm gonna get superpowers back like that. Don't just work like that, bro. The knowledge is the power. There are certain, you think you're gonna just go get a tornado and be like out there and be like, oh, I'm gonna control this tornado. Nah, nah, dog. Good brother. Brother. You can't grab a tornado like that. See what I'm saying? You need the word. You need the word. There's a frequency. That tornado has a frequency. And there's a word to control it and move it. A stone. You know them 70-ton stones that are up on that roof, the roof of the pyramid? That has a frequency. There's a certain frequency to a 70-ton stone. There is no gravity. There's only the lack of knowledge. Only. Period. You see? Now I will go and bring that knowledge back to our planet. The ones who can use it, wield it in the right way, will have it. And that's just all it is to it. I'm not you know, everybody, the information needs to be brought back to the planet, is what I'm telling you. You see what I'm saying? It ain't no, we gonna just start doing shit. Don't work like that. We need to learn. You have a path, and so don't I. And we're gonna have to protect this cycle. The new sun cycle that's coming in, there's certain things that we need to know to be able to protect it, or it will fall apart quickly. and we'll be right back. And you don't want the beginning of the dark age, of the dark cycle. You don't want it. I'm not here for it. I already know. I'll come back at the end of the dark cycle. I ain't here for dark cycle. I'm out. I don't come for that. I come for this. See, I'll wait it out. See what I'm saying? Till the purpose wells up in me. Then I come. And that's what you do. You see, some people say when you pass away, oh man, passed away for 5 minutes, and I was in a dark tunnel, and it was a light at the end of the tunnel. That was you about to be born again, boss. You was about to be born again. See, some people say go to the dark, right? Because you're a plant at the end of the day, and what's the plant birthed up in at the beginning? Hmm? Not the sun. Not the sun. Not the sun. You take a seed, right? And you, instead of putting water on it, use your own saliva. When you use your own saliva, right, it'll take on your DNA. And if you're lacking iron or calcium, when you put it in the ground, it'll grow the fruit or vegetable to heal that in you. You see. But it's the same thing as you. That seed you put in the dark, put him in the dark, and then he'll start looking for the light. It'll grow at the the purpose will grow in him. You see, in the dark. Exactly. That's what happens here. That is what you need to get back to. You see, get back to the dark and then come up. Let's go. A lot of y'all have already taken the path. You have grieved, right? Christianity, right? You grieved it. You went through a point where it was a sad point for you. You loved that. It was a part of even just your community and what you loved about being around your people, right? But when you didn't have it anymore, you didn't feel lost. Quite the contrary, in fact. You felt like a baby again. You felt like I could really learn now. These answers are now being answered. These questions, excuse me, are now being answered. I don't care how old you are. When you learn these things I'm speaking of, it makes you become, because you was a plant breathing, just breathing in the dark. And then your flowers start blooming and you see how beautiful you really are. You want to see how close to the sun you can get. That's how I feel. Feel like you about to come out your skin sometime. The times when you feel like that, you should ground. You got to make sure you ground when you do that. Don't overwhelm yourself because you'll get depressed. That'll turn into a depression and stuff. So it means I don't care if it's raining. Go have the human experience for 10 minutes. You'll be all right. Put on a raincoat. I don't know. Have the human experience. That's why you're here. When you don't feel that rain no more on your face, that means you're dead. I'm just letting I don't know. I'm just saying. You feel me? So, man, go get that off you, man. Go be with the planet no matter what. It's raining on the planet. It's having an experience of the rain too, but it's sunny in some places. You see, you're gonna feel that. You're gonna feel good when you come out the rain and you go get in the shower. You come out of the room and you going boom. You're like, okay, yeah, I'm good. You're gonna blow. You're gonna go ahead and grab your L that you already got rolled up like I always do, and be like, I just got with the planet for a second, and we was getting rained on, but I'm cool. You find you find it, and the rain. That's Tlaloc. Don't worry about Tlaloc. You good. That's the ancestors, man. They just gonna clean stuff out for you, clear it out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the people don't know, and the things that I'm excited about tomorrow. It ain't the eclipse. It's the new age and the new sun cycle being officially here. You see what I'm saying? The cicadas, right? The cicadas are an ancient uh, wisdom. Also, the cicadas is where the scarab beetle comes from. Those cicadas. Oh yeah, that's a fact. And how they're coming up, the gold cicadas. Those cicadas symbolized, see that they know this. They know this. They know that them cicadas coming out and all of that, and that whole event happening, they know it symbolizes not them. That's why they're trying so goddamn hard. You gotta go look at that. Them cicadas are in our teachings, in our own teachings. When they come up and what they symbolize, it symbolizes a new cycle, new age. That's the scarab beetle. That's the old scarab beetle, where at the very beginning scarab beetle, you see it like propped up in some of the things. They say it was called a locust, but it ain't no locust. See, they said all these things because these are things that happen to them over, you know, they know. They know. The people, and I ain't talking about just white folks. I'm talking about the dark beings on the planet. And before white folks was even on the planet, which they only been here 6,000 some years, not even walking upright for only a couple round years. But before that, uh, um, melanated people. Everybody want to be like, oh, King James was black. What the hell? So what? He killed his mom too. You ain't bring that up, did you? Huh? You didn't bring up him knocking his mom off. Right, exactly. You ain't want to talk about that shit. You didn't feel like it. I got you. Huh? And the Bible ain't the only thing that he had commissioned. This dude, yeah. And don't nobody bring that up. Oh, King James was black. That's our people. What the whose people? You said that's your people? Oh, he knocked off his mom. You that's what you do. That's your people. I don't know where you came up at, but where I came up at, um, we don't claim people that's knocking off their own mothers. I don't know. We lost all sensibilities. I don't know. You got all sensibility chopped up. You got life itself chopped up. Yo, am I tripping? I must be tripping. Yeah, go on YouTube, y'all. Huh? Is that the same dude who wrote Demonology? Oh, a three-part series book, Demonology program. Oh, sure, man. Sure, where he demonizes everything you do as far as um he's the sale. That's where all the Salem witch trials and all of that. Go look at that stuff, man. I couldn't even read that crap. I had to listen to the audio book. I couldn't even, and the audio book was hard. I could not even, bro. Go listen to that track. It's crazy. Couldn't even read that because it's like so spellbound. Like after a while, I just wanted to go in there and see what, like see where he left the slip hanging. But I couldn't even do that because there's too many spells in it. And I'm like, I'm not doing this. So, like, before that thing will bring you down before it brings you, before you could bring anything, some light out of it. So I'll just let you go ahead and keep that shit. He's a dusty dude. Talking about some King James. Is you out your mind? He made Hitler look like a goddamn uh, Muppet. He made Hitler look like a Muppet, man. I'm gonna have to do a thing on King James, man. What about to have to do? I'm gonna have to rock his socks because he used to pull them all the way up to his knees too. I'm gonna rock your socks, man. Blow the top out your socks and make them fall down there by your little slippers. I just don't like telling them stupid stories about these stupid people. But you already know. Everybody keep on bringing up King James and shit. Like he was this like a dude you need to be really be listening to his book. Who the hell? Why are you acting like King James's book is the book? His ideologies is yours? Are you out your goddamn mind? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? I told you, homeboys from the line of them bloodsuckers, man. That's why they do that. Queen Elizabeth and King Charles, they from the line of Vlad the Impaler. Vlad the Impaler used to stick a joint up through your jaw, up through your mouth, right up the ditty, up in through your mouth, and then cut your foot and and um and drain you out, and then dip his bread in your shit and eat the bread. He say you come down on this. That's when he's procreating the land over there. When he takes the land from the Moors over and over there. His story ends up becoming uh, the Dracula story, modern day Dracula, and King Charles descends from that man. The people that was eating the mummies. Man, you might want to go start looking at some histories out here. Some of these people, right? Eating hella mummies. Now you got an answer. Now you mad. You thought it was gonna go on forever. You was talking about CBD systems. How you gotta face on like we're gonna take it out. You ain't gonna do shit. You ain't doing nothing. Now you starting to act like you tough and you not. If you was, you would have been already set it off. But you did. You didn't. Because you know it's gonna be the end of the end. So just you better keep you better chill out. Anyway, enough of me running my mouth. Let's go ahead and jump into some of these receipts, shall we? Put an earth in the chat if you want to see some of these receipts. Let me say what's up to some of these people. Start at the top. Kathleen, what up? Yeah, church people love the Bible, but they don't even know who wrote the Bible. They say KJV. Oh, I got my KJV. Oh, really? Who's KJV? What does he? What does he do? Tracy, what up? Yo, Yagua, what up? I'm hoping I'm saying that right. I don't know. I said that. Oh no, 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 no. All right, let me not mess with none of that. The comments are going too quick, and I can't put them up on the screen. All of them. Okay. All right, here we go. You, Shan, what up, babe? TN, what up? Jesse James, what up? Peace. Let's get into the receipts, y'all. Xavier, what up? Javier. See, Javier got the name. See where they took the Jesus name, how they took Jesus name from Shius. See, Javier spelled with the X, Mexico, Spanish. You see. All right, well, let me get into something real quick for you, represented here. Let me jump into something right quick for you because I showed y'all this yesterday, right? Okay, did y'all get this joint? Bang. Did y'all get that? See, I turned this sideways so y'all can see it. A real close up of that joint. That joint's so cool, man. Oh my God, I can clearly see the symbols in that. So good, yo. Can y'all see that, man? And take out our whole history. You crazy, yo. That is so cool, right? Y'all can see that though, right? That John, crazy. The sideways John, right? Y'all seen that? That's the hand of the Sumerian. But I turned it sideways and you can see the face of the Lemurian. Shows you that they come from the Americas and go to the other places, and then the Olmec go to Asia. They went like that. Shows you, shows you, shows you. But watch this. I showed y'all. Watch. I want to get to this receipt right here, right? Because how I showed y'all, right? Because I found that pretty interesting. Uh, let me see. Let me. I gotta back up a little bit on this. I found the one receipt pretty interesting. The giant receipt. Let me see if I got it in here. I got it somewhere in here. Hold up. Right here. All right, right here. Because I showed y'all the face of the giant. Y'all first time in here. Look, I show upon opening a large mound at Lake Lawn Farm, 18 skeletons were discovered by the Phillips brothers. The heads, presumably those of men, are much larger than any heads of any race which inhabit America today. From directly over the eye sockets, the head slopes straight back, and the nasal bone protrudes far above the cheekbones. The jawbones are long and pointed. I showed y'all that in that picture yesterday. But what I didn't do is go over this portion of this receipt on the bottom here. And as you can see here, they tell you how they were found. And scientifically, and I consider myself our scientist for our people, right? There were also found in the mounds uh, the skeletons, presumably of women. They found men and women, not just men. You see, which had smaller heads, but were similar in facial characteristics. Right? The skeletons were embedded in charcoal and covered over with layers of baked clay to shed water from the sculptor. Right? Look, you see that? Y'all might be thinking, some people might be thinking, well, what the hell does that mean? Okay. Well, I'm going to explain it to you, obviously. Because this right here, uh, coal is the way you date the land masses, period. Coal is formed. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let me give you the lowdown. You know what I'm saying? Because I certainly do have that lowdown. Ha ha. Okay. Right? Charcoal was very significant in our culture. Also, I want to be clear now. Let's delve on into it. Right? Let's delve on into it, right? Let's come on, right? Black was made from soot. Charcoal signify Egypt's ancient name. Kemet, or black lands. There it is, right there, right? Boom. It was also used to denote the underworld or Osiris, right? Sudan doesn't have any coal content, but they said it was a lush rainforest. You're lying. Egypt today, modern day Egypt, gets all your coal content from the Americas, right? Let's be clear, right? Because why? Because you produce zero coal. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you have any coal? One natural resource that Egypt lacks is good quality timber. You don't have timber in ancient times, you see? And coal, so here's the Sudan's just to round it off and give you a good and the zero. You can see the zeros. There's zeros all the way down the whole damn back of it. You got zeros running down your back, man. All right. Okay. Give up. And this is a map of all the coal content around the world, right? Now, coal is formed from dead vegetation, right? Dead plant matter that's under pressure for millions of years, develops into something called peat, P-E-A-T, right? That peat ends up over millions of years developing into coal. Now, you see, so if you found that skeleton in a pile of coal, you know how old that skeleton is. Millions of years old. And then they'll tell you we ain't never found no bones that predate the human species because they want to keep you in that box. They want to keep you in that box. But that box don't fit. That box don't fit, big dog. That box ain't it. Ugh. That box certainly ain't it. Not at all. You see what I'm saying? But why are the scientists saying if they when they find these giants, right? Why are they saying that they're 1,500 years old? Why would you say that when you found them in coal? Then you turn around in the same breath and say trust the science. What? Trust the science? You don't even know how to correctly see what you're seeing. You don't know what you're seeing. You don't have a relationship with the planet. So it just literally, I can't even think into your baby little brain when I try to. I just like no, no, none of that means that. What? It's like I read things, right? I used to read some of the things from the Phoenicians and things like that, right? And they would be telling the Greeks, and you don't got no history. Your history is conquering other people's stuff. The Greeks was doing that. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, your history only go back so far. You gotta talk to me about you. They were saying the same shit that we say. Like they people would step up and be like, nah, you ain't even got a history. That they ain't like that. They got them out of there eventually. You see what I'm saying? Took over the program, started making their own languages off of the things that they can understand. That's why our languages went from phonetic symbols into caveman symbols, which I'll show you in 1 second. You see, I'll show you that in 1 second. Literally, they just they just went straight to caveman stuff, man. It ain't even not even cool. So you see right here, right? You can clearly see. Zoom all the way as far as we can. You know what? Let me move it up. There we go. All right. Here we have how the languages moved throughout time. You can't always see the scribble scrabble they got in their writing, but we're gonna do our best to move through it. And as you can see here, the first symbol all the way to your left, right, will be the symbol of the A. You see how it is? You see this, you see the symbol, well, you see the actual letter that is supposed to be representing. Then you see what the how the Maya wrote this letter. And they wrote it like a emoji, so to speak, right? They're kind of looking like emojis, kind of, right? Which is like telling you something, not just saying a word, but it's actually saying something. You see what I'm saying? It's a sacred geometry symbol, also, which is a key that unlocks your DNA. So you should be looking at these symbols and memorize them. You see. Then when you put them together, you can say a word that's a old frequency that used to be on the planet that helped you do things here. You see? That's how that works. Now you see the Maya, and then it has two Mayas, right? Now, the reason why it has two Mayas is because the Landa, Fray Diego de Landa Carterone, the bishop that Pope Leo X sent here, and he supposedly burnt the history of the world. But they have that history. But anyway, uh, so his is the second character. You see, his plagiarization. You see, he turned it the whole full other way and made up his own thing. It is not even itself anymore. Now it looks like a dark character, kinda, right? Somewhere in here we have okay. Next, I'm not sure who this is right here, but you see, they have taken the letter um and made it two upside down P's. Now it's like completely not itself and not saying what it wants to say anymore. It is not that letter no more. You see? Now, um, now I want to be clear. The Maya, the second Maya where Landa procreated it, this comes way later. All right. Now we start in time for the Maya going into I'm not sure. They got it all try to crammed in there. But I know the next one is the Stone of Moab, right? Some of these is hard to read because they try to cram in 100 words in one little box, and it didn't work out that good because the pen started bleeding on them. But we'll do our best. The Stone of Moab is next, and you can clearly see that they got not now it's not two upside down P's. Now it is the sideways A. And this is the problem with learning these languages. I mean, is this even a language at all? And that's why they say that the English language is a spell language. You see what I'm saying? It's a language, but is it the language that you're intended to be reading that one? Like, and what words should you be using if you are? You see what I'm saying? That's yeah, we on YouTube right now. Um, so now if you go down the line a little further, you get the Greeks, right? You see? You got the Phoenicians in there. They're before the Greeks, you see? Right? I want to say that's the Aramaic words for symbol for A before that. So we got the stone of Moab. We have the Maya. Then we have unknown source right there. Maybe somebody can tell me. Um, let's see better than I can into that because I can't see that at all. The stone of Moab. Then we have um, I want to say the archaic. I don't know, but then we have the Phoenicians. Then we get the Greeks, right? The next people is I can't really read that. That's already bled out. There's two other people before the Ethiopians even get it. So we got like how many damn ages is that? Imagine how many? How many? Now you got the Ethiopians, right? Right? All the way down to basically the A that we see today, and then later on, this is Egyptian. Later on, that's the Egyptian A. Okay, so they take that symbol, but it's turned backwards. Because I've seen that symbol before, but not turned that way. I've seen it turned the other way, and it didn't. It looked a little different than that, actually. So I don't know what they did with these symbols. They literally, when you do that to something, you see it started here, and then, I mean, come on. Old Hebrew, okay. All right, y'all. Yeah. You see it, right? It ain't itself anymore, right? That's like if I your true essence is how you are right now, right? If I lopped off both your arms, right? You might be able to play ball, you might be able to play the saxophone real good, play the drums, all that. But if I locked off both of your arms, your legs, right? And I take your eyeballs out, are you your true essence anymore? No. You'll be showing people pictures of your true essence from back in the day. You'll be like, yo, look at all the pictures who I used to be. Can I holla at me? See? But you ain't the same. You are changed. You are changed. It ain't no, you know what I mean? So they done switched the whole frequency. That's what that is. You see? The frequency has changed. It's time for us to relearn our frequency again. Then and only then will you get your so-called powers back. You see? Period. That's, that's it. Ain't gonna be no. It's time for you to put the work in. Stay on the path. Rock. Get with me. Let's get into these glyphs. Let's figure out what they say. All of them. I ain't the only one that can do this. I know because we used to have priests and priestesses, and it would be 12 of us in one priesthood, and then we would have one. That's how we did it: 12 and 12 and 12 and 12 and 12, and each 12 took over this. Was responsible for certain areas, and that's what it was. We were responsible for these areas. We weren't um the ones who controlled it. We were, but not in the way that they do today. We were responsible, and the people loved that we were responsible for them, and they loved that we were, and they felt responsible for us, and they took care of us, and they made sure that we didn't need no nothing, and we made sure that they didn't need nothing neither. You see what I'm saying? Like If you doing cosmic stuff, right? When you in the cosmos, you might be gone for a week. You come back, you're gonna need to eat this, that, and the third. And who gonna do that? You weren't out in the field. You weren't out in the field and getting these things all out of the ground. You were sending the information to the people so we could live the highest life we could live possible, but not in a wealthy your boss way. Just everybody lived that way, so it didn't feel like anybody was rich over top of the next person. You don't even need to do that. Too many beautiful places in the Americas and everywhere else. Too many beautiful places. People are a very minute fraction. We're like little baby ants on this planet. There's so many places that you could be, man. You don't need to be. They herded you into these places. That's what happened, man. They herded you into there, right? Now you see, when we start doing this, our um our culture becomes clear, right? Now, many of you, I'm going to show you really quickly, right? Again, for the people who are new here, right? I like to do this in my live streams, but I'm going to show you this just because I want to move forward in the studies like I did the other day. Like I show you the stuff, but I want to keep pushing our what we do, right? So let me show you. Many of you have seen me do this. I dropped it on the thing the other day, right? That is not a pine cone, and it does not represent your pineal gland. I showed that is maize very clearly. We ain't gonna have to. I'm gonna just go through it really quick, summary style. That's maize clearly. And here, right here, see that squash growing up right there. Let me show y'all for the people that don't know. That's a squash. Squash. This is squash, and that's bean. You see that bean? See the bean pod? Bean pod. All right, cool. See that? That's what that is. Maize, squash, and beans is the milpa planting system right here. Now I show y'all, right? And I explain the code to you, right? I want to explain something to you. See that? Look, maize, maize. All right. Maize, squash, and beans is the milpa planting system. That is what he's showing you. How to plant this. Maize provides the stalk for the beans to grow up. Beans provide the nitrogen to the soil. A squash provides a leafy cover so the birds and insects don't destroy this and holds the moisture to this three sisters trio, right? That's how you turn your terra firma into terra preta. I showed this the other day, right? When you plant corn by itself, you get the terra firma or the hardlands. When you plant that milpa that the Sumerian is showing you, you get the terra preta or the blacklands or Kemet. He's teaching you the ancient teaching of Kemet. You see? Right? Very profound, right? Now, when you move, this is more profound things. Let's go into the oldest forest on the planet. Since we've seen that milpa planting system, let's delve into this. Scientists have discovered the world's oldest forest and its radical impact on life, right? Scientists have discovered the world's oldest forest and it's in an abandoned quarry in Cairo, New York. The 385 million-year-old rocks contain a fossilized woody root system of dozens of ancient trees, dozens. The find marks a turning point in Earth's history. When trees evolved these roots, they help pull carbon dioxide, CO2, from the air, lock it away, radically shifting the planet's climate and leading to the atmosphere we know today. Now that we know that the atmosphere comes from here, cotton comes from here, all the plants come from here. We have more water than the rest of the world combined by 20 times, more pyramids than the rest of the world combined by at least 10 times. That's still standing. Uh, um, Everything. I mean, what else? What else? So now we know the atmosphere comes from here also. There we go. Thermohalion conveyor also comes from here. And we'll get into that in a little bit. The trees that grew a few tens of millions of years after the Cairo forest also have had an indirect impact on modern climate. Barry has previously written about how the fossilized remains of this forest formed the coal that fueled the Industrial Revolution in Europe and Africa. Not only did you get the coal, the food, all of our crops and all of these things, but the indigenous people that you took out of North America and brought down into the Caribbean islands ended up making wrought iron, which was steel. That's what gave rise to the Industrial Revolution. I'll show you that receipt in a second. So they literally took everything, everything. And you used the steel that we created and then took the coal from here and funded the look. Hmm? Took the crops, took our inventions, and then took used the planet, literally. And that your comeuppets are here now. And you're gonna have to deal with it. Don't whine. I don't want to hear you whining, just like you told us. Don't whine. None of the trees in the old forest reproduced using multicellular seeds, the researchers wrote. Instead, reproduced offspring using single cell spores. There were 3 types of trees in the ancient forest, right? Hold on. Hold on. Because they say here there was dozens of ancient trees, right? But they only find 3 types. There are only 3 types of trees in the ancient forest, and there are those trees right there, right? Right, primitive ferns, flat green leaves. You see, that I just showed you that widespread. Look, the Gilboa site is the second oldest joint, right? Now, right here, this is the kicker right here, right? Let's get into it. Discovered in a limestone quarry, all that remains of a 386 million year. Now we just added a million years. You see that? Just throw in a million. So if it's 386 million year, it's probably about more like 600 million, 700 million years old. See what I'm saying? We ain't going by your dating. For the 386 million year old forest, right, are some fossilized woody root networks, right? In the Cairo, New York limestone quarry. Long ago, giant trees of the ancient forest likely covered the region stretching into Pennsylvania and beyond. Not just New York. You know how far New York is from Pennsylvania to drive it like that? How far them trees had to stretch and beyond, meaning they don't want to feel like telling you? The researchers wrote. And they're about 2 to 3 million years older than the previous record holder for the most ancient forest, discovered 25 miles and 40 kilometers west in Gilboa, New York. But this is the kicker of all kickers. Remember, they found 3 trees there, right? Here we go. Here we go. It is surprising. Everybody put a surprising in the chat. It is surprising to see plants which were previously thought to have had mutually exclusive habitat preferences growing together. And that's where I got you. That's right. 3 trees symbolizing that is the milpa planting system. It's making the terra preta, the black earth that ends up turning into coal. Those 3 trees. That is the milpa planting system, ladies and gentlemen. It is surprising to see trees that are previously thought to have had mutually exclusive habitat preferences growing together. That means one grew in a cold climate and another grew in a tropical climate. But here they see them growing together, creating the terra preta. Huh? Too good. I told you I am out of reach. I am out of reach. You see, that's the kind of relationship me and the planet have right there. See that? That's the kind of stuff it gives to me. I appreciate that. Shout out to the planet for giving me that information. Shout out. There's the 3 trees. Y'all come see me on the YouTube. We on YouTube, y'all. We out YouTube. We out YouTube. We outside. Those trees couldn't look look how they don't look alike at all. Like they look completely different. That's science. That is chem. That's why that Sumerian is teaching you this. You see, I need to show you these trees just in case you see them in a glyph or something. You see? If that ain't cool, I don't know what is. I don't. Put an earth in the chat if that's the milpa planting system in the ancient forest on the planet. Or am I just crazy? Because I don't want to. You tell me. You tell me. You tell me. Is it the milpa planting system in the oldest forest on the planet? Simple. That's the milpa. You see that? What was we going? And if we was waiting on Europeans to tell us that, man, man, we still be waiting right now, like we are now. Yes, we still be waiting. Look, watch this. I told you. Yes, Black Americans made steel in the Caribbean, pioneered the court process that allowed cheap production of wrought iron. See that? Another thing we invented they don't want to talk about. That changed the world. Changed the world. Look, it's named after the British banker, but our people made it, but it's named after a British banker who patented it. You see that? The process involves subjugating pig iron to heat and stirring in a furnace without using charcoal. It was the finest method that allowed for the mass production of high quality raw iron. See that? See that? I mean, damn. See what I'm saying? You took everything. God damn. That's why I try to tell you. That's why I don't know Dr. Umar want to come over here and see me about none of this debate on this here topic. You don't want to do that. You want to do that, homie? You want to debate me, Joe? Word, man. Here, let me know any day. Oh, Joe said he wanted to debate me. Oh man, word. Come on up here anytime, Joe. You can. Hey man, I'll give you the. I'll give you the. Hey man, here you go. Let me know. I'll send you the link, homie. Yeah, we take the debates on here too. Yeah, we like the debates on here too. That's small stuff, man. I triple dog there, yeah. I love it, man. More stolen history, yeah. Yeah. We appreciate y'all, yup. Thank you very much to the people who do support me out here. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you very much. That's how we get to this information. Keep donating. $ Cash App the Earth Speaks. Thank you very much. Thank you to the people who do donate. 1S. Thank you very much, y'all. Thank you. Here we go. Back to that action, Bubs. Oh, we had a $100 donator yesterday. Thank you very much. I don't want to scream out your name because I don't want to put your thing out there, but we appreciate you. Now, next deal. Next order of business is this. Next order of business um that I'm gonna go ahead and slap around is I'm gonna slap the shit out of Pangaea. Then I'm gonna back smack it. Slap, slap, flip, flap. Yeah, next thing. Pangaea is pretty easy. Pretty easy to do. There was no Pangaea. They always try to use that as a backdoor. Oh no, well, scientifically everything was on the planet at one point. No. It was all everything was together. You're lying. Here we go. You're lying. No, it wasn't. This is punk ass Pangaea. And as you can see here, let me zoom on into this Pangaea bullshit. See this right here? It got Africa all the way up on top of us, all weird looking, spooning us on the back and shit. Get up off our back like that, dog. You ain't the big spoon. You looking weird for real. Look, that means Africa would have had all the same forest. You see that forest is right here. See that? That big forest that I showed you, right? Just a second ago, would be all in here. Because it stretched from Pennsylvania and beyond, right? That means you would have remnants of that forest up in here. Am I right? Am I right? Yes, you would. You got Gilboa and everything right here on the coast. Ain't no way. Ain't no way you wouldn't have remnants of that forest. Ain't no way. And you don't. Not to mention, all of this is the Amazon rainforest. All of this. And what they know about the Amazon rainforest today, it says 55 million years old. Right? And they only know about 10% of it. 90% of it is largely unexplored today. You see what I'm saying? So that forest is probably 300 million, 400 million years old. Close to 500 million years. They say Pangaea that this happened 200 million years ago. This shit ain't adding up. Now, and this forest here, right, was in New York, right, and then Gilboa that stretched all the way into Pennsylvania and beyond, right, is 386 million years old according to their own mathematics. You see, but that ain't just the. Let me just. I'm tripping. Joe's a troll. Joe, you troll. You a troll. You gotta be a troll, dude. Fact. Right. We don't need to. We don't need to deal with none of those types of people. You there? Oh snap! Hold up. Did I just take the whole chat out? Chat out? Whoa! I don't know what just happened. All right, there we go. I took Joe out. Joe's banned. We don't need people like that in here. You ain't. You're a bot. You don't even have a John on your thing. You don't want to really debate, dog. Yeah, he don't want to debate, y'all. So here we go. Now we was dealing with Pangaea, right? And you see how is that Pangaea when that's 386 million? That's what I'm saying. Joe, you too dumb to get it. You just too stupid. You think I'm gonna share my platform? I'm just not doing that with the dumb people no more, man. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. Dude came in the other day when I got banned. It was like, why you block my homeboy? He wanted to debate you. I don't care. I don't have to explain anything else to you. If you don't get it, you just don't get it. You ain't supposed to get it. You a lizard probably. So I don't really give a shit. If you're somebody that's on my caliper, then like somebody worth debating, I'll debate you. But you neophytes and peons, the peanut gallery, man, you can keep that shit pushing. I don't need to hear nothing from you anymore. I already made my bones. You've done nothing on any platform. You haven't debated anybody. You're like Dr. Umar and all them other guys. You haven't debated anybody to even be looked at as someone that needs to be speaking for our people. Like you haven't debated anybody. So all you do is when somebody says let's debate, you say I only debate my equals. Well, what the hell does that mean? Because you haven't debated anyone. So who was your equal that you debated? Who? 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 European people on the newscasters and stuff like that? Nah, you don't want to go past that and come into your own people and get the question. See, I'm amongst our people every day. I'm heavily scrutinized. And I know for a fact that if you got a 386 million year old forest that's right there, and Pangea was 200 million years ago, that forest would have been all part of that for hundreds of millions of years. That forest, so 200 subtract, 300, so that's about 185 million years. Let me say it again. 185 million years, right? Right. That force would have been in that pocket. It would have been in Africa for that time frame, right? Did I do the math right? It'd have been in Africa for almost 200 million years, for about 100 and yeah, 200, yeah, if it was 200 million years ago, that means that forest was there and on Africa and everything for 185 million years. But yet you have no remnants of that forest. Another way you know that there wasn't no Pangea, right? Is because the turtles, the sea turtles, lay their eggs on all of the East Coast. The sea turtles. All of the West Coast. and the Galapagos. That is the ancient nesting grounds of the sea turtle. That is why these lands are called Turtle Island. You see? How could the sea turtles lay their eggs on that part of America if Africa's there? That's so stupid. It's so dumb. Pangaea is such a dumb concept. You blew my shit. Yeah, I'm on YouTube right now, y'all. Yup, acting different. I ain't done with you neither, Pangaea. Slap the dog shit out of Pangaea. Close your escape route. It's completely illogical. Exactly. Not just that, but then you don't consider, because these are straight up land dwellers that don't have zero connection to the planet, right? This is what I don't like the word, use the word debunk, but this would tell you that that Pangaea, that right there, what I just explained to you, those couple things, plus you would be, if you was connected to, if you was like this, if you was like, come on, y'all, now. First of all, you see this right here, this area right here, this is the most important thing. You see this? How I got everything slammed up in there? See that circle right there? Let me explain something to you. That right there is the thermohaline conveyor. See that? See that? You see that? Huh? Huh? How Africa gonna be up on top of the Americas when you got the Gulf Stream coming up out of the Gulf of Mexico that controls the Earth's current? And if you ever had a fish tank, saltwater fish tank, you know those fish are delicate, very delicate. And if you don't have a filtration system for them fish, they're gonna die. The Gulf Stream is the filtration system of the planet. It sends the hot and cold water to the different areas on the planet. That's why uh, Russia is cold and these other places are warm, and other places are warm. You got cold areas and warm areas. You see? Lately, that Gulf Stream, that thermohaline conveyor has been slowing down. That's why we had mild winters. You see, it controls the atmosphere also, and something called the hum of the planet. Now, the reason why it's slowing down is because it goes off the salinity of the planet. I mean, off the salinity of the ocean. So, salinity meaning the salt content, how salty the water is, right? Um, uh, but in Greenland, the ice caps are melting there, so that puts fresh water down into the ocean, which dilutes the thermohaline conveyor, which slows it down. You see, that's why the warm water is not moving off of our coast. You see, that's why we're experiencing milder winters. You see, that's how important. Rohito, hey brother, yes, I want to talk to you. We got to get the thing. You got to get on my job, man. I sent a request to your thing, I think, man. I got to send you a thing so I can put you on here. I know who you was talking about too, Pacquiao. Yeah, I know Pacquiao. That's when you said that. I'm like, I know Pacquiao. I don't know if that's Pacquiao because Pacquiao got the chin. Uh, I seen. Yes, I think that story maybe have something to do with it, but those is you see the different chins. I'll talk to you about that another time. But you see that thermohalion conveyor is the most powerful thing on the planet. It can, our planet is 70% water. 70%. You're a surface dweller, so you know you don't really consider that. But water is the only thing that can cut a diamond. It's the strongest thing on the planet. Straight up. You see? That theory is bogus. You get what I'm saying? Now you see, there could never be a Pangaea. 70% water, 30% land. That means that thermohalion conveyor is strong. And it would disintegrate Africa if it came anywhere near us. It would disintegrate. It's stronger than that landmass. It would disintegrate it. The reason why it's shaped the same way as it looks like the puzzle is because of the water, how it comes out, the shape it comes out is the shape it's going to come back in. It carved it that way because it came out like that. Very simple. It came out like that. And Africa didn't even look like that at one point. It was a different shape than that. Yes, the water erosion coming from out of here is going to look the same way coming back. It ain't going to be no different. It hits that shelf and comes back to the joint. Literally. It throws it and it hits that shelf and comes back. Literally. That's what happens. What's going on? That's the circulation, like your blood circulation. You know how you have blood circulation? Okay. If that stops, everything stops. It means the planet's dead. You know that, right? If that stops, the planet's dead. Planet's not alive anymore. I want to be clear. See? See how your blood circulates? Y'all don't hear me though. Y'all don't hear me though. You don't hear me though. You don't hear me though. But these are the facts and the profound facts about our beautiful planet. We have a wonderful planet. Our planet, once you know it, it's like it never ceases like to amaze you. Never. Never ever. More than anything that they've ever could tell you. Anything that they ever told you in their world, right? In their system when you came up, became like when you experienced it, it was underwhelming. Underwhelming. Everything that they ever propped up that was supposed to be the shit, including their fairy tale of love and all of this crap that we never did because we had clans and the clans created tribes and so on and so forth. But this isn't. When you get back with the earth, it ain't. It becomes overwhelming the things that you learn. You see? Peace, peace. Peace to the new people joining. It becomes overwhelming. It never underwhelms you like it did in their system. That's why. That's why everybody show up to the live streams, man. Because you know what that information does, man. And when I'm telling it to you, you feel right there in these moments right now. Like when we be doing our thing and we connect all of us, um this is when you feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and I wish I could only focus on this stuff and how we could just do this. I have to worry about shit else. I mean, that day is coming, y'all. Don't worry about that. It's coming. And we're gonna get after it quick too. It ain't gonna take because the sun gonna help us. Then it's gonna be all ball. We're gonna be free to get. Your fears are gonna be gone. All of the things that were holding you back in the old situation, you will no longer have. So the information can flow into you way easier. You can have the information will flow. You see? Yes. You see. People like, man, you get my power back. Man, I've been had my stuff. My brain been doing crazy stuff for a little while now. um, but in a make sense kind of way. You're gonna see the little Johns. Like I see them all the time outside of your Johns, your little peripherals with the ancestors be on you, man. They be with you. You catch a little apparition out the side of your eyeball sometimes. Dang, you look and it wasn't nothing, but it was something. Just it ain't here to scare you. So it ain't gonna just gonna be like give you the little Johnny. Yeah, I'm here, and that's it. Like you don't need to know nothing else. You don't need to know nothing else. Just calm down now. Like, the frequency, the waves in the air is happening. You know, like waves in the water, right? You can see the air again. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be able to connect with it again. I don't like to say manipulate it. I like to say connect with it. And then whatever you say right here, you do it right here. And it'll become like your child, that creation. We gotta cultivate the ground, right? No plant, no plant, no plant. Gonna come up like that. We came out the dark, now we sprouting now. See what I'm saying? But we gotta nurture it. You know what I'm saying? Gotta nurture it, right? And it'll grow up and stay there. It's gonna grow up and stay there and chill out for a while. You ever come outside and say, yo, man, that tree right there probably seen a lot of things. You come out of a funeral home after somebody passed away. You just look at the next tree and come when you come out. Wonder how many lives that tree right there seen come and go. You see? But that's what we got to do with our cycles. We can't we can't think that we're going to nurture up, try to let this just grow on its own and everybody going to get everything and you don't do anything. It don't work like that. We all will come together. We all will come together. We're going to nurture our cycle up like I just said. And people are like, "Oh, we need to come together now." What you think we doing right now, man? You got to get your information. It's information. It's about the information. That's it. What else? What else you want to do? You think you just gonna come out of the nowhere being an X-Man and shit, and it ain't gonna work like that. How does Mu connect with Atlan? It is because Atlan at one time, that's how this became just Mayak and then um later on Tameri because Mu ain't there no more. North Canada, North South America, the islands, and Mu, Atlantis. That was Atlan. That's Atlan. That was Atlan. Mu sunk where the Bermuda Triangle is today. Yeah, I'll show you. I got the document. Yeah, I certainly do have that document. As you can see here, the lands of the West. Let's go. The lands of the West are represented by these symbols, which have been translated Atlan. See that? Atlan. I have these on my hands. You see that right there? Look. Look. Let's get down here, though, right? The Mayas were acquainted with the eastern coast of said continent. You see this? From the Bay of St. Lawrence, the latitude north 48 degrees to Cape St. Roque in Brazil, the latitude of 5 degrees 28 degrees, right? These two symbols, right, is North and South America, right? Of the locality placed under the symbols represent the two large regions of the Western continent, North and South America. You see that? Now that we got that squared away, right? Now, this is where you see, right? Once this sign, see the circle? That's the sun, right? Incorporated into this symbol right here, seen within the curve figuring the northern basin of the Atlantic, not the Pacific, stands for the land of Mu. There it is right there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week. Yes. Mu is incorporated into the ancient symbols of Atlan. So why would it be in the Pacific? Makes no sense. By the way, the Lemurians is who inhabited Mu, right? Lemuria was behind Mu, right? It was a volcanic area, so they didn't live there that long. They moved to Mu because of it. But the Lemurians are the ones credited. They're the ones who created our people, us, the Atlantean people. They're the ones who created us. The ones I showed you in those pictures, those giant pictures, them. They created us. We're different than them. They had the long chins out here, is pointed, and their lips was right here. Like they was way bigger than all that. They made us. They made the Atlanteans. So how could they make the Atlanteans in the Pacific? Makes no sense. Makes no sense. They created them on Mu, put the high vibrational ones right there. They put the ones that they created, which were gonna give birth to the whole other rest of the race on Atlantis. They were the high vibrational priests and priestesses that gave the society to the rest of the people around the planet. Period. Sent emissaries around the planet from these lands. Let me see. Yes, now you clearly see. It is not in the Pacific. That's disinformation. There's many ways that you know that how are they going to, they made the Atlanteans, then they ended up fighting the Atlanteans twice. How? Atlantis is in the Atlantic. How are they fighting them in the Pacific if they're in the Pacific? It don't make no sense. I know the whole story, and that's what I'm saying. I know there's many different ways you can tell that it was never in the Pacific. There's only a couple islands out there at one point. There wasn't nothing out there no more. Nothing. Islands. Africa was an island. The bottom of Africa, South Africa, was an island. And you can see that. Look, let's pay attention to the planet. I'm going to show you how to read it. Watch. You can see. Watch. Right? You can see it, yo. I'm going to show it to you. You see right here. Look. What was open, y'all? This is what came out of the ocean. And we went there. See that? That's why over here is because this was out of the ocean. These wasn't out of the ocean, were they, y'all? Were they out of the ocean? None of this was out of the ocean. Just the chin of Africa was. That's it. Only the chin. You see? That's the coal content. That map is the coal content around the world. You can clearly see that Africa wasn't out of the program yet, man. Africa was not out of the ocean yet. Only South Africa was for a long time before Africa even came out the ocean. You see? That's why you a desert wasteland, because you was the bottom of the ocean. That's not how our lands were created. Our lands are created through volcanic eruption, not from evaporation. You see? I don't know what's going on, man. Maybe I don't know what all that means, but it sounds kind of crazy. Sounds like you lost again. Again. You lost again. I'm just saying, yeah, history is horrible. Your history is hit. Nothing you said was proper. Nothing you did was properly done. Nothing. Beside giving people diseases and knocking people off and everything else. I don't see anything, man. I don't see nothing else, man. You see? Everybody gets caught up on the tribes. You think that let me ask you a question. You think that the Maya are the only tribe down there? You know what a tribe is? It's two clans, right? Back in the day, I'm gonna tell you. Back in the day, the man would have four wives or more than that, depending on how much money you had, right? If you could really take care, or how much you really you got passed down, basically, right? Like the different things and the areas and the different cultivations and whatever like that, right? Those people, four people would have babies, five people would have babies. Boom. Next thing you know, the next door neighbors would be doing the same thing. They have a bunch of babies. Next thing you know, their daughter's marrying your son, and then their other daughter likes your other son, or your daughter likes their son. You know what I'm saying? Now you become a tribe. That's what a tribe is, man. You know how many tribes was down there? They try to act like the Maya and the Olmec was the only people down there. No, 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 no. And they was all named a whole bunch of different things. All of them. There's millions of tribes here. You know how many billions of tribes came through was in these lands? Don't worry about that no more. That's not word. That's not doing anything for anybody. Let's just get the stories and move it, keep it pushing. The Inca and that's all the same people. They calling them this different things. It ain't no different people. It's no different. None of them. They're not different people. They're all the same people. That's just like this. Right today you have the NBA, right? The NBA, National Basketball Association, right? The NBA has how many teams is the NBA? I don't even know how many teams it is, right? 31 or something, 35 teams. I don't know. But out of those teams, the ones on the East Coast is the New York Knicks, right? The one on the West Coast is the Sacramento Kings or the Warriors, right? But they still the same league. It's still the same people. Ain't no different nothing. It's the same people doing the same goddamn thing. It ain't no, and that's people don't get that for some reason. They called themselves different things, of course. You see? You're supposed to be different. They got their own thing. It's it's just kind of like what we do. They crip walk out there in the West. We break dance out here, but we still the same people. Those is our dances. Simple. Our rap out there is different in the West Coast than it is in the East Coast. And the upper East Coast rap is different, or hip hop is different than the down south hip hop is different than the Memphis hip hop. But it's all the same people doing hip hop in their own way. The tribes in Memphis ain't the same names as the tribes in over here. They got affiliations because we all family. We all went to the goddamn. We all the same bloodlines, man. Coming out the land, you got to know that you to the land. Worry about that. You worried about all these other things and who correlates to who. They're all the same people. They all correlate to each other. Let's figure out what the story is to see who went where. The Inca, that's a whole nother. That's later. That's a later situation. The Inca and all that. We're talking about the root races. You see what I'm saying? Inca's not a root race. They're not. The root race come from the Olmec. Rohito will tell you that. Rohito, he tell you. He talk to you about it. Said if the Olmec come around, crown you. Keep it pushing. Build some stuff and then leave. Type shit. Like yeah, here. Build some stuff for you, crown you, and leave. Type shit. They'll go build some other stuff somewhere else. Come on, man. Come on, though. What made the Atlanteans? So- there's so many tribes here, man. What made the same thing that's gonna do the same thing this time? The blood sacrifice. The blood sacrifice. They knew that the blood sacrifice incarnated hellish beings to the plane. So they fought. They fought twice over it. The first time the Atlanteans was trying to stop the Lemurians from doing the blood sacrifice and got them out of here. And then the next time it was the Lemurians. There was a portion of the Lemurians that fought with the Atlanteans to get rid of the Lemurians that slaved them. Then the next when they went, that was going into the light cycle. And then they brought the light cycle and did their thing for thousands of years. Then when the dark cycle came in, a portion of the Atlanteans started doing the blood sacrifice, and that's when they ended up fighting the Lemurians again. Because the Lemurians that was with them, that helped them before that line, fought them, but they lost again, and the dark cycle came. That's when everything gets crazy. The Greeks end up fighting the Atlanteans and the Greeks win. Greeks win and beat the Atlanteans and end up taking on everything after that. That's when the Greeks end up leaving from here and go, because everybody knew the stories here. Everybody knew the stories here. So you wasn't going to do no shit here. Everybody knew the stories. So they left and went, them and the Kushites. Millions of people, a lot of people left, went into Asia, all that shit, and then conquered those lands and shit with that knowledge. Brought this whole Bible shit, and that's where you see the rise of all that shit. Yeah. The point of the blood sacrifice, I'll show it to you real quick. Hold on. I'll show you what they do. I gotta dig it up, but I got it. I do have it. Uh, they want to incarnate hellish beings to the plane. That's what they're trying to do. I'll show you. You see, watch. This is the Emerald Tablet, Thoth the Atlantean, right? Thoth the Atlantean explains the reason for the destruction of Atlantis. Confidential knowledge was imparted to unworthy people, and the latter began using it for evil purposes. Like I just spoke to you, right? The Atlantean, the Greeks and the Kushites take that and they leave, impart it to unworthy people, and the latter began using it for evil purposes. Then they make what? The Bible, which is the blood sacrificing religion, communion. Look, they also adopted bloody sacrifice, which incarnates hellish beings among people. When the destruction of Atlantis happened, two islands submerged into the ocean. I just explained to you, Mu Atlantis, and then Aslan at the bottom of by South America actually sunk too. But they're talking about in the area of Atlantis. They're talking about Mu and Atlantis sunk right there, right? Sunk into the ocean, one after another. According to the divine will, Thoth the Atlantean moved to Chem, not Africa, to the Americas. You see? He moves here. He comes to Chem. This is Chem, the Americas. He goes off of Atlantis and moves on to Chem, right? With a group of divine Atlanteans. The primordial advised Thoth thus: go forth as a teacher of men. Go forth preserving the records with teachings, right? With the receipts until the time the light grows among men. You see that, y'all? That's what we doing here right now, y'all. We obeying what our ancestors told us to do. Make Be there until the light grows among men again. Period. See this? The light, it grows them. It don't mean it's just gonna come get, you know what I mean? All right? Light shall you be all through the ages, hidden yet found by enlightened men. You see? Light shall you be all through the ages, hidden yet found by enlightened men. You see? Some people think I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. You see? For working on all the earth will we you excuse me. For working on all the earth give we you power. You see? Free you to give it to others or take it away. You see? Because some people don't supposed to have this. And if I see it, I'm gonna not want you to have it, and I'm gonna take it from you. I'm not giving it to you. You see, and I'm free to do it. And you are too. This ain't just me. This is you too. Right? And then those worked as a representative of the primordial, like we do, and like we're doing here today, right? Dove relates that he went the entire path to mergence with the primordial. Primordial meaning existing at the beginning of something. He writes that anyone can traverse this path. You see, when like I'm telling you, no one's over nobody over here. Anybody can traverse the path. The path necessarily contains obstacles, though. You see, which create difficulties for the traveler. You see. So if you ain't trying to do this, don't pretend, man. These difficulties prevent the weak, ethically unworthy, or intellectually immature people from going further. Go, but do not take with you the unwise, insecure, and weak. Now, y'all thought I was just bugging. I am listening to what the ancestors told me. Huh? I'm listening to what they told me to do. And I'm doing it how they told me to do it. They said, you see how they said it? That's how I talk, ain't it? I don't care. You don't supposed to come. You don't supposed to come. You're not allowed. You're not allowed. Go to the thing. That's going to show the universe who is where. Go to the eclipse bombing. Excuse me. I'm moving around. Go to the eclipse drawing or whatever they got going on around there. See what I'm saying? Free to give it or take it away because I have the information. You see, I don't gotta talk to you about it. I don't. I don't. If you want to be a prick and you want to be whatever you want to be with that, then I don't have to say nothing to you, and I don't gotta feel bad about it. And you see that? See our answer? I'll read it again. So you all the people are like, why did you block me, Earth? Now you see why. I was supposed to. You wanted to act like a prick. Huh? Huh? Exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell you. These things is real. Let's finish that receipt up right quick. Y'all like that. Y'all like the Emerald tablets. If we start talking, when I go into that, we start. I channel it. I can channel right into the joint. They give it to me. Let's go. Thoth gives basic recommendations for the initial harmonization of the chakra system. For fulfilling just these recommendations, he promises health and longevity. On the higher stages of meditation practice, i.e., on the stage of Buddha yoga, one has to dive within the consciousness, within the depths of the multidimensional space, and cognize their star worlds and the light of the great fire on the path to the above, to the abode of the primordial. You see this? So you see the emerald tablets are very, very profound. And for the people who say that that's a whole bunch of hogwash, I say you just don't need to have the information because you'll probably use it for evil purposes. I know you will, not probably. See? And you see, the ancestors protect what I do. They're protecting what I do. Period. Either way, it's a catch 22. You gotta. It's probably just better just to let me do what I gotta do, because there ain't no stopping it. Ain't no stopping it now. We unlocked it. Lord of the Rings, ring around the rosy. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing you could do about it. Straight up and down. Light cycle is back. And with that, I pay divine honors to the universe, divine honors to the sun, divine honors to our ancestors, divine honors to our beautiful planet and our ancestral lands, divine honors to you, Atlantean people, divine honors to you. You did it. You did it. I could not have just put out one fruits and flowers and then knock down that manifestation by myself. No way. No way. No way. And you see what we can do. You're gonna see what that done. Tomorrow, y'all just you don't got to stay in the house or nothing. You go ahead, go about your day. Honor the sun the way you always do. Don't do a I would don't worry about doing a if you want I would say don't do an offering tomorrow. Leave it alone. The next day we'll recommence our offerings. We don't want to put no energy to their dark energy at all. None. So we will not be we did our do we the reason why they're doing all this and they're going to be shooting shit toward the thing and all kind of shit is because of what we already did last month. We crushed their hopes and dreams. You just don't know. We crushed them. That portal is shut. So thank y'all. It's divine honors to y'all. To all the people, don't forget to donate. Thank you for everybody who came in. Don't forget to donate. Donate $1. Cash App $sign the Earth Speaks. Thank you very much for the people who support me in that way. This is how we got most of this information back because I don't Google. I go there. I go there. So I'm basically matched what people send and we go. At first, it was just me paying on my own, just doing it. My first couple trips was expensive, but I just did it because ain't nothing gonna stop me no matter what. I don't care if nobody don't send me shit. So I'ma go. I'ma go. The universe gonna put me there. So and you'll be divinely honored or you won't. I don't know. But I appreciate the people who do and push our consciousness in that way. Because we need our information back. And the only way to do it is to get our asses off of Google and send one of our sages down there to get it. That's it. I mean, then y'all start realizing that we ain't gonna really do shit. You know what I'm saying? We gotta let the sun do what it does, but we gotta still do what we gotta do. Soon money will be out of the picture and it'll be a little bit more easier to move, but we still gotta move. Tomorrow, no movements. Just honor the sun in your own way and celebrate. Celebrate tomorrow. Tomorrow is a celebration, y'all. All right. Thank you to the people who joined tonight. Thank you very much. And as always, peace to the gods and the goddesses of this universe. Peace, peace.